Welcome back to Cloud 2K, and today I'm rebuilding the Toronto Raptors with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's go. So I'm going to start today. Right now the Pacers are up 1-0 on the Thunder. Game 2 is today, I believe, on Sunday as I record this. I'm going to simulate the Thunder win in 6. Shea is your Finals MVP. Cool. Kyle Lowry, Al Horford. This don't even matter. Oh, man. Russell Westbrook retiring. That's tough. But that's not the point of today's episode. I said it in the intro. This is rebuilding the Raptors with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, do I think Giannis is actually going to get traded? No, I think he's one of those guys I think would really benefit from being a one-team guy, just being the best buck of all time versus leaving to get maybe one more ring. If you disagree, that's cool. That's fine. I just think building a legacy in a city is a little bit more important than getting a second ring, because I think the one ring with Milwaukee is going to carry a lot more weight than if he were to leave and get one more ring maybe. And we saw with guys like Dame, leaving doesn't always mean you're going to win another ring. So anyway, that's a whole spiel there. I think if you're the Raptors, I know I heard the report is that they were looking for Giannis, and I saw another report came out a little bit later that the talks kind of stalled between them, so maybe it doesn't happen at all. But I figured I'm going to get in here with the Raptors, trade for Giannis, and try to win a championship within 3 seasons. And if you're the Raptors, the only person I think you're kind of not looking to trade is Scotty Barnes, man. Brandon Ingram, I know you just signed up, but he could go. Emmanuel quickly can go. RJ Barrett can probably go. Like, everybody else here is expendable in a Giannis trade outside of Scotty Barnes. I don't really think anybody else is kind of like stuck here. Now I gotta try to build a Giannis trade. I'm gonna make it like as close to being realistic as I possibly can, but I don't even know if I can do that. Now, the Raptors do have the 7th overall pick right now in this lottery. I know it didn't happen like that in real life, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. We jump up to 3. So us jumping up to 3 actually is insane for helping us trade for Giannis. We're going to go to the NBA draft. I wonder if I could put together a draft day trade, or is that something I'm going to have to do a little bit later? I feel like Brandon Ingram is going to have to be in this trade, just for money reasons. Let's go find Giannis here. $54 million. We need to make up only $6 million more. Now, I would love to give up Emmanuel quickly, but I don't think they can afford that. It's going to look at a guy like Grady Dick, unfortunately, but I cannot trade for him. I can't trade him now. Jacoby Walter is only 20, so we'll put Jacoby Walter, and the Raptors would acquire 1.86 more than allowed. Okay, we need just a little bit more money, and that could be another guy like a Jonathan Mogbo or Jamal Shed. I'll give them a 4, I guess. So it's 3 players, and you're going to obviously have to throw in the 3rd overall pick. You're going to probably have to throw in next year's unprotected first-round picks. So that's 2 unprotected picks, including pick number 3 this year, Brandon Ingram, Jacoby Walter, and Jonathan Mogbo. I'm going to say whatever. Yeah, they consider him untouchable, so I'm going to have to go into my settings and change that. But I will throw a 2027 unprotected first-round pick in there just to see. Okay, I'm going to go into settings, make sure untouchables are off, because there's just no way we'll get Giannis other than that. I forgot I can't leave. So we're going to have to draft a guy. I'm going to draft them Dylan Harper, because I think it's a guy that could be a big thing to help them, like, rebuild after Giannis. So Cooper Flag goes 1, Ace Bailey goes 2, Dylan Harper 3, Lee McNeil. Cool. I completely forgot you couldn't leave the draft, so let me go make untouchables, and I'll be back with the Giannis trade. I am super curious if, like, they'll take a Dylan Harper now that we drafted him. They might not want him anymore, which, like, wouldn't make sense, but I don't know. 2K can be kind of weird. Oh my goodness, I didn't sign my rookies yet. My bad. Give me a sec. We're going to bring back the team options on Grady and Ochai Agbaji. Not these two. I don't think it matters. But now that those are, like, on the team, they're under contract now, I think Grady's going to be a part of this trade. So you have Brandon Ingram. You have Grady, which I think is already a better trade package for Giannis. I'm going to give them Dylan Harper. That's basically the 3rd overall pick. And then I'm going to give them our Raptors pick in 2026. So that's Ingram, Grady Dick, Dylan Harper, and next year's unprotected first-round pick for Giannis. They're going to say no to that, but I have our 2027 unprotected pick. We have our 2028 unprotected pick. Okay. I knew this was going to be tough. I don't think they can afford to bring in, like, a Jacoby Walter. Does that change anything? No. What about a 2027 unprotected pick? Eventually, I'm just going to have to force a trade to go through, because there's not much more I can do than this, and I'm going to just kind of have to make it work for the video. So now that I have control of both teams, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Grady, Dylan Harper. I'm also going to do our first-round pick this year. That's 3 good players. That's like 3 playable players and multiple first-round picks. I'm gonna listen. This might not be the most realistic trade package for a guy like Giannis, but you can't really do that in 2K. But I think 3 good players and 3 unprotected first-round picks is a very good way to jumpstart a rebuild for the Milwaukee Bucks. So now that we've done that, I can leave the control of the Bucks, because I don't want to deal with them in this video. Now this Raptors team looks a lot different. You have Giannis, Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl. Maybe one of these 2 guys be in the trade in real life as well, but again, money reasons in 2K is what it is. So we have Emmanuel Quickley, who I don't really want on this team long term. He makes a lot of money, did not be that great. Getting to keep Jacoby Walters super sick. I think he could develop into a low 80s by the time this rebuild's over, which is going to be great for us. RJ Barrett, again, is cool with him and Ochai Agbaji. Like, I think Ochai Agbaji could just hang around as a bench player. RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley are the 2 guys that make a lot of money for the value they give us, so I don't really know. I also am going to make Scotty Barnes a 3, so him and Giannis can play next to each other. I don't know how the spacing is going to be in real life, but in 2K, it don't really even matter. We have Jonathan Magbo here, who could be something. Like, this team has a lot of pieces here. I think Poeltl was his last year's deal. I think I'm going to trade Chris Boucher. Chris Boucher is actually a free agent. So if we go into free agency, what does the team look like actually now in free agency? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a pretty good team. I'm going to let all these guys walk because they're not going to be helpful in this team. Chris Boucher is getting a little too old now for me to really do anything. We don't have money to bring in any type of like big name free agents, but there's a Chris Paul who, I mean, for 1 year could be cool. Do we try to win a championship just year 1 right out the gate? Like, if we're looking, what do we need for sure? We could use Chris Paul maybe for 1 year. We definitely could use a 2. I could have RJ play the 2 this season. His overall only drops by 1, so that's not like I can have RJ play the 2 and Jacoby Walter coming off the bench at least to start the season, and then it's not that big of a deal. But that's what 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, is there anybody I like really would like to bring in for a long term? Like Mo Wagner would be cool. He would be cool. Jackson Hayes in 2K would at least be better for us. And he wants $2 million. Or $4 million. I'm going to give Jackson Hayes a contract. In 2K, I think he's going to be good enough to hang around. And the team, I think, is going to look pretty solid. So let me just go ahead and like fill this roster, and I'll see you guys at player progression. The player progression for the first year sees Giannis drop by 1, but Scotty Barnes goes up by 3. 1 for RJ, 1 for Poeltl, 2 for Jonathan Magbo, 1 for Jacoby Walter, 2 for Jamal Shed, 1 for Ochai Agbaji, 1, 2. I did sign Ousmane Dieng, who's only 22, so maybe I get him to be, I think I want to play him at the 4 when I do the 5, but maybe that's somebody that we can kind of just sign out of free agency young that could be helpful. Actually, if I make him a 4, what does that do to his overall? I'm assuming it goes up. Like, I'm assuming to a 77. So, yeah, that's a guy maybe once we move on from, I don't know, Jackson Hayes, he could be. I don't really know. But that is a really cool pickup. Just a 3-year deal, cheap deal for a guy that could potentially get into the low 80s, which is something I think you have to do. You got to be able to find people that you can sign for cheap that can, get better. You get what I'm saying, whatever. Coach game plan, Quickley, Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Giannis, Jakob Poeltl. Not a lot of shooting in the starting lineup, that's for sure. We definitely need 3-point shooting. A bench of Jacoby Walter, Jackson Hayes, Jonathan Magbo, Jamal Shed, and Ochai Agbaji's Ousmane Dieng down here. Do I really want to run an 11-man? Like, I feel like Ousmane Dieng could just take 1 season off, this first season off, run a 10-man. We are trying to win a championship like right now, and maybe Ousmane Dieng again could play. Maybe he's using the trade package a little bit later to help our bench a little bit, get one more guy off our bench, because it is a pretty young bench. And again, I think at the trade deadline, one of these 2 are going to be gone. I would hope it'd be quickly. I feel like we can deal with Scotty Barnes. RJ Barrett. He usually stimulates pretty well in 2K, but Emmanuel Quickley doesn't for the kind of money he makes. But we'll cross that bridge like kind of when we get to it. System proficiency is 3.5-star balance. Anything better than balance, that's fine with me. It runs pretty well. I think obviously having Giannis, we're going to do really good. Game 1, we do only put up 87 points. Yeah, wow, this was a bad game from our team. Outside of Giannis, that was a very bad game. Game 2 of the season, we do win by 1 point. We get a little bit better game from the side pieces, but not really much. I just call them side pieces, but whatever. We're going to go to the trade deadline, and we're probably looking to trade Emmanuel Quickley. At the trade deadline, we are the 1 seed by like 4 games, 41-11. I'm assuming that means Giannis is going nuts. 25, not 5. I mean, it's a good season, but definitely not like the carry job I was expecting. Scotty Barnes, 16, 6, and 4.5. A pretty good season, I'd say. RJ Barrett, again, just as a third option, 16 points on 50, 40. I mean, the free throws are disgusting. Jakob Poeltl, 7 and 8. Emmanuel Quickly, 14. Not that bad. I still would like to move on, but we're so good. I mean, Jacoby Walter, this is what I was kind of expecting. This is going to be a huge piece for us going forward. Ochai Agbaji as well. This team has a lot of young people that could be good, so it's making it really easy for me to kind of fill out the bench. Now, Jamal Shead is not shooting well at all, but I don't think I'm going to move on from him just quite yet. Magbo's cool. Yeah, I mean, like, part of me still wants to trade Emmanuel Quickly, but, like, why? Like, he's making $32.5 million. It's a 4-year contract. Like, if I could find a better point guard, I will. I mean, 21. Like, do I do that? I bring in Norman Powell for 1 season to be off the bench. Like, that would be committing to a championship this year. We would lose Ochai Agbaji for 1 year Norman Powell. But I don't know if I can even afford to re-sign Ochai Agbaji. So maybe I do that. Maybe you guys don't like that. Maybe... I think, as much as I want to trade him, that's insane. As much as I want to trade him, I think because we're so good, I'm going to try to hold myself back and just say, hey, we're going to play through this season. We have Ochai Agbaji is going to be a free agent. We'll see what we do with him. But pretty much everybody else is going to be back next season. Jakob Poeltl has an option, so I don't know about him. Pretty much everybody's going to be back next season, though, so I can maybe make adjustments going into next season. I hope I don't regret that, but we're just going to stay pat for the playoffs. Also, while you guys are watching this video, go down, just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I've been a little inconsistent recently, but I've had some stuff going on in my personal life, so I'm hoping to get really back into rebuilding, back into 2K, especially now that the NBA season's almost over. So I appreciate every single one of you guys that watch my videos. Just hit that little button. Jokic wins MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, Dylan Harper 6th Player of the Year. So, I mean, I guess behind Dame, but we drafted him as 6th Player of the Year, so good for you. Vic Depoy, Zach Ricochet, Most Improved, LaMelo Ball, Clutch, Darko Rajakovic, Coach of the Year. All right, first team, we do not get Giannis. He's on the second team, but again, I mean, not a super dominant season, but just like a good all-around season. I'm hoping for a little bit more out of our star, if I'm being completely honest with you, but he was also all-defensive first team, so I can't be super mad at that. We end up being the #1 seed in the entire Eastern Conference to take on the 8th-seeded Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard, Grady, Brandon Ingram, Bobby Portis, Tyler Smith, and they also have Dylan Harper off the bench. I mean, we drafted them again, a starting 2 guard, a starting 3, a 6th Player of the Year. Like, I think we did them decent. I know they have Tyler Smith at center. That's a bummer. It's a total bummer. But I think we did all right. Because you have, like, yeah, I don't know. I guess the bench isn't super great outside of Dylan Harper, but they're not great in real life either, so, you know, whatever. We win game 1. I feel like we should walk through this pretty easily. Okay, 2-1. 2-2, they tie the series up. We go up 3-2. Let's not lose in the first round. Okay, we win in 6. That was a little scary. Now we take on the 5-seed Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland, Mitchell, DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. You know this team. You maybe love this team. But I think we're going to win this. A 1-point game to go 1-0. We go up 2-0. 3-0. Why is this easier? That was easier than Milwaukee in the first round. All right, I guess a Dame revenge series. He didn't, you know what I mean? But we had the New York Knicks in the conference finals. Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Josh Hart, Karl-Anthony Towns. You guys know him. You probably don't love him because a lot of people don't like the Knicks, but it's fine. It's fine. Game 1, we do win. Are we going to win a championship? I jinxed myself. I totally jinxed myself even saying that. But we are up 3-1. We do make the NBA Finals to go against Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Jonas Valanciunas, Najee Marshall, Max Christie. Okay. I guess, yeah. I guess I'm so excited, like, used to the Mavericks winning the lottery in real life. I was half expecting to see Cooper Flag on his team. But without Cooper Flag on his team, I think we have a bit more of a chance. It's crazy to even say, but you know how Cooper Flag usually simulates in this kind of stuff. Game 1, we beat them by 19 points. Not even close. Emmanuel Quickly actually comes out, has the super efficient game. We didn't even get a crazy game from Giannis. Anthony Davis does good. Kyrie, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, cool. They have Valanciunas starting over Gafford and Lively, by the way, but whatever. They do tie the series 1-1. Kyrie goes off. Giannis has not been super effective. We are down 2-1, and I'm not buying into that. We are dropping to a 9-man rotation, and it looks like they're taking Ochai Agbaji out, which is, it might be fine. We're down 3-1. Hey, Hey guys, what's going on? What are we doing? This is a really good season. I don't want to see it end like this. 3-1 comeback though. We got it. We're going against Kyrie Irving. He already had a 3-1 comeback. Now it's time he loses one, right? Knock on wood here. Knock on wood here. Going into the fourth quarter, we are down by 7 points. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. We are going to lose the NBA Finals in 5 games. Giannis really tried, but it just wasn't enough. Man, I felt really good about this team, and we lose. Oh, that's fine. We got 2 more seasons. And like I said before, pretty much everybody is coming back. I don't think we don't have any picks here, right? Toronto, yeah. I don't see any Raptors pick. Cool. You know, it is interesting. I don't think this team wants to draft anymore. We're trying to win right now. So Trade Finder, is there any, again, it's Emmanuel Quickly. And his second round pick. Trey Man, Isaiah Joe, Drew Holiday, Zubac is insane. But I feel like I trade for Zubac a lot. Tyler Hero is cool, but it's not what we want. Is DeJounte Murray even, really what we want either? Not really. I mean, Austin Reeves is cool too, but that just doesn't make sense. For Emmanuel Quickly and 2 second-round pick, doesn't make any sense at all. Ty Jerome, do we just take him being our starting point guard? Not really. I mean, they're paying him a lot less money. But we're not going to have money either way, so we might as well, Yeah, let me see if I can build a trade here. We're going to do Emmanuel Quickly. We're going to do anybody else I kind of just wouldn't mind moving on from. These guys are all expired, huh? All expired. I can't trade them. The only people we can trade is RJ, Scotty, Hayes, Usman. Do I just turn around and flip Jackson Hayes now and say, hey, we tried it for 1 season. I'm not bringing Dame in. That would be really funny, but I'm not going to bring Dame in. Peyton Pritchard's good, but it's Josh Giddey, man. Quickly and Hayes for Josh Giddey. They're going to say yes. I was going to do it the trade deadline. Maybe I should have. Maybe we would have won, but it's fine. It don't even matter. We got him now. Jakob does accept his player option. We're going to bring back all you guys, maybe for trade pieces, but at least something. Ochai Agbaji, I'm not giving the qualifying offer to. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, but 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I feel pretty good about this team. I feel like we can let Ochai Agbaji walk because we're just going to try to kind of hone in on our 9 guys here. And let me just go ahead and fill this roster, and I'll see you guys at player progression. Player progression for year 2 sees Giannis drop by 1 more. We get +1 for Scotty Barnes, +2 for Josh Giddey, 1 for RJ, +2 for Jacoby Walter, 1 for Shed, Magbo, Tyus Jones, I guess. I just signed him as a backup point guard. Usman Dieng gets better at a lot of different things, but his overall does not get better. But that's fine. He's gonna be our 9th man in the rotation, probably getting 12 to 14 minutes. He's not the greatest big body center that I would kind of want, but we have Giannis that can play center. We have Jonathan Magbo that can play center, so I'm not super worried about the ability of Usman Dieng. He's just, like I said, going to be kind of out there. Coaching Giddey, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, still not a great shooting team, that's for sure. Josh Giddey does not help that at all, but eventually a better Jacoby Walter, Jamal Shed, Jonathan Magbo. Then our 9-man is not going to be Tyus Jones. It's going to be Usman Dieng. Where's he at? There he is. Okay, cool. So like I said, give him 13. I kind of want our starters playing a lot more this season. I need Josh Giddey playing that. I'm going to take a few more minutes off here so I can get 31 for RJ Barrett. He's the next piece to go. We desperately need 3-point shooting. Pretty bad. I didn't see where we stood last year in 3-point shooting, but I'll check that at the trade deadline this year, see if we have to make any trades. I would kind of like to not trade anybody, but, Giannis has a better start. Josh Giddey, 28, 10, and 7. Josh Giddey simulates so well in 2K, I think it's going to be a cheat code for us. At the trade deadline, 41 and 8, even better. We're 10 games above the Hawks. We've just been doing so good. I guess Giannis has just been a really good connecting piece for Scotty Barnes, who's having a phenomenal season, for Josh Giddey, who's having a really good season being our 3rd option. He just simulates so well. 19.5, 7.5, 7 assists, a steal a game. RJ Barrett actually simulating a lot better than I thought he was going to do. Jakob Poeltl is just kind of being a placeholder to center, honestly. If I could trade him out for a stretch 5, I would like that, but I'm not super worried. Jacoby Walter's role did diminish a little bit, but still pretty good. Getting a good season from Jamal Shed. Jonathan Magbo, cool. Some guys in 2K just don't shoot the ball well. They shoot a super low percentage, and he is one of those guys that, no matter what you do, it's not going to be great. Usman Dieng is getting minutes, and again, 38% from the floor is not great, but it's okay. Let's look at team stats. I just kind of want to see. We're the number 1 offense in the entire NBA. No, we're not. I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. We're number 5 in the NBA. And then defensively, we are 2nd. So we are really, really good. Point differential, we're number 1. 11 3-pointers made. Oh, we are close to the bottom. We are close to the bottom. 3-point percentage, we are also close to the bottom. Okay. So, yeah, we still don't shoot the 3-ball well, but apparently it's not been that big of an issue for us. Shot tendency, everything looks pretty good here, so I'm not super worried about anything. I'm going to just, for the 2nd year in a row, hold pat at the trade deadline. Maybe I regretted not making a move for Josh Giddey last trade deadline, which is an insane thing for me to actually say now that I think about it. But I feel a little bit more better about this team for some reason. Maybe I shouldn't, but we're going to find out. Jokic was another MVP. Eldon Pollard, Rookie of the Year. Vucevic, 6th Player of the Year. Victor Wembanyama, D-Boy. Jarris Walker, Most Improved. Shout out to Jarris Walker. Kate Cunningham, Clutch Player of the Year. Darko Rajakovic, another Coach of the Year. We get Giannis on all NBA 2nd team. A pretty good season. A pretty good season, all things considered. I don't think we have anybody else. I mean, obviously, we're hoping Giannis gets an all-defensive team. There we go. We are still the number 1 seed, taking on the 8-seeded Brooklyn Nets. Igor Demon, Cam Thomas, Carter Bryant, Taylor Hendricks, Nick Claxton. Actually a pretty fun team, but definitely not good enough to beat us. So I'm just going to go ahead. Yeah, we beat them by like a lot of points. I'm going to go ahead and just simulate the round. We should get out of there pretty easily. Okay, in 5, back against the New York Knicks, who looks like it's the same team as last year. So if we beat them last year in like 4 or 5, I feel pretty confident we'll beat them again. We're up 2-0 on them. 3-0. Yeah. It looks like the Knicks just cannot compete with us. Okay, yeah, there we go. 3-seed Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Ricochet, Jalen Johnson. They bring in DeAndre Ayton. Not the center I would expect for a guy like Trae Young, but hey, 2K maybe knows better than I do. But they're down 2-1, 3-1, and we're going to win in 5 games. We're back to the NBA Finals to go against, Josh Giddey, by the way, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, not Giannis, to go against the demon of Victor Wembanyama, who's playing the 4 next to Mark Williams. De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Vic, and Mark Williams. This is going to be the team that if we don't win a championship this video, it's because of them. Game 1, we do win though by 2 points. Josh Giddey, 31, 7, 4, and 3. Giannis has been kind of a secondary star this entire video. They do tie the series 1-1. This didn't go well for us last time. It didn't go well. Let's not go down 2-1. We're down 2-1. Bro, I can't. We can't do this again. We cannot do this again. Ousmane Dieng, I'm sorry. You're not getting minutes against Vic this year. Okay, we tied the series 2-2. Josh Giddey has been phenomenal for us so far in this finals run. We're down 3-2. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this. Let's force a Game 7. Let's go back to Toronto. Let's have the whole North, the whole country of Canada behind us. And going into the 4th quarter, we are down by 8. Close game. We're not scoring in the 4th. We didn't score in the 4th. We scored 11 points in the 4th quarter. Giannis again tried, but it was a negative 20 plus minus. Scotty Barnes minus 30, minus 32 for Josh Giddey, and we lose our 2nd straight finals. Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but that's not good. You don't want to lose 2 in a row. And we have no picks, right? It went to the Bucks, obviously, because we traded for Giannis. So this has been, like, interesting. Like, it hasn't been a failure because we've been to 2 NBA finals, but you haven't won. So, like, and Giannis declines his player option. Hey, bro. We're not doing that. I'm giving you as much money as I can because we cannot lose Giannis. 5 years, $61.5 million. And it looks like we are. Okay, nobody else. Oh, wow. I guess I did overpay him. 5 years, $356. We do bring back Giannis. Okay. We have a lot of free agents. Oh, no. Oh boy. I don't know what this team's going to look like. I want to keep RJ. I mean, Jakob Poeltl can leave. We do need to save some money somewhere. But, like, Giannis, we re-signed Giannis. Can I give RJ Barrett money? Please? Okay, no. We lose RJ Barrett, which, like, isn't the worst thing in the world. It does suck. We only have, like, 4 playable players. Giannis, Scotty Barnes, Jacoby Walter, Ousmane Dieng. That is the problem with signing a guy like Giannis to $356 million. So we have a lot. We have a lot of things we need to do. and we need to kind of... Okay, so Jamal Shead is a restricted free agent, so I'm just going to go ahead and give him a 3-year contract. We need to bring him back. Do we have bird rights on anybody? Jonathan Magbo as well. We're going to just sign you guys a contract. We need you guys to both come back. Please, please, Jamal Shead. Okay, there's 2 more players for us. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 6 players. We need a center. We're getting deep into free agency here now without a great center. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay, so I'm going to sign Isaiah Stewart. And I also want to sign Quentin Post, if possible, for like a stretch center. We do get Isaiah Stewart. We do get Quentin Post. Okay, I'm getting too deep into free agency without a good team here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof. Okay, I just need like best player available at this point in time. Best player available, and it might be Lonzo Ball for just a 1-year backup center spot or backup point guard spot. Okay, this is the team we're taking in the next season. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill this roster here, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, after a very, very interesting offseason, Giannis stays. We get +1 for Scotty, +2 for Jacoby Walter, +1 for Shed, Lonzo, Usman Gang, Quentin Post. Yeah, I feel like this team took a massive step back, but we had to pay Giannis. We lose RJ Barrett. We lose Josh Giddey. Oh, wow. We use Jakob Poeltl. We lose a lot of people. I'm going to have to make some moves, but I don't know. Like, I think we should have reoccurred some picks, because it's been, like, 2 drafts since we traded for Giannis, so we should have a couple more picks back at our disposal to do something with, but the game is frozen, making me just think about what I did, and I don't like it. So, I mean, like, it's a fine team. It's a fine team. This isn't a championship team. Like, if we lost with those last couple teams, this is definitely not a championship team. So, let's go and look for some trades. Oh, man, there's not any money outside of those top 2. There's not any money. So, Usman Dieng and our first-round pick. It's a guy that's been in and out of our lineup this entire time. We need to then flip him into something that could definitively be in our lineup. I don't know what it is. All the Raptors fans watching the video just saw me lose 4 rotation players and said, oh, yeah, I'm out. Which I don't even blame you, because that's ridiculous. And the game is now, like, taking so long to work, because it can't believe what that just happened. And it's making me think about it a lot. Trey Mann. Okay, that's already somebody that's going to be super helpful. Now, Keon Ellis and Najee Marshall, that's 2 players. So do I go for, like, the higher overall and a Trey Mann, or do I trade for 2 people? Austin Reeves took a massive downgrade, by the way. He was like an 87, was he not? And now he's not good. What happened is he not good anymore? Oof, okay. AJ Johnson in the first. Derek Jones, I might have to take... You almost have to go for Isaiah Hartenstein. Might be... This is last year the challenge. We're trading for a definitive center in Isaiah Hartenstein next to Giannis. Well, we still have Shed, Magro, Isaiah Stewart, and... I guess Quentin Post. Quentin Post is... I kind of want Quentin Post to play because he's a stretch, but not really. I mean, the team's already looking a little bit better. I don't really want Lonzo starting. I don't really love the idea of that. But again, we don't really have the money to trade anybody. Like, is this where a Jackson Robinson and another first? Like, I'm just trading for people that can be a little bit better. I don't want to trade Lonzo because I do want him playing. Well, we also have Jamal Shead, so like I don't need Lonzo. That was more of a depth pickup. And yeah, let me back out here. And let's trade Lonzo. We'll pretend it's a sign and trade. Lonzo in a 2030 unprotected first round pick. That could be good. They could see some value in that because we don't have a lot of people under contract outside of Giannis. This is awkward, huh? So I'm just going to talk to you guys while this game takes forever. And, yeah, okay, there we go. There's Trey Mann again. That's going to keep looking at me. Maybe I have to, maybe I just have to do that. I don't see anybody else so far that's really sticking out to me. Is Trey Mann just going to stick out so much that it's like I have to take him? I feel like I have to. Nikola Topic hasn't done much. Hasn't done enough for me to buy into him. Has Trey Mann, though? Not super. Oh, he went to Milwaukee. I'm trading for Topic. I'm taking a bet on the young guy. Nikola Topic, Jacoby Walter, Scotty Barnes, Giannis, Isaiah Hartenstein, with a bench of Jamal Shead, Jonathan Magbo, Isaiah Stewart, and it's going to be Quentin Post. And that's what we're going to run with, man. That's the team we're going to run with. I'm going to make Isaiah Stewart I know he wasn't a great 4 in real life, but I think just for minute value, we're making him a kind of main power forward and a backup center. Just to, again, it helps out, makes the minutes look a little bit better there. And it's going to keep doing this. It's going to keep doing this. I want Quentin Post taking these last few minutes. Let's do 14. The bench cannot play a lot. I'm sorry. Our bench is not good enough to be playing a lot of minutes. So we're going to have you starters play a lot more. And we're going to have to hope Giannis can just kind of carry this team because it hasn't been doing it so far. And I don't know what's going on. We're going to make his shot tendency 100. Scotty Barnes up to 90. Topic up to 80. We just need you guys to shoot the ball like way more than you're doing right now. And yeah, let's go. Trade deadline. Okay, trade deadline. We are 36-13. We are the 1 seed, only half a game above the Nets, but still holding on. I'm hoping Giannis is doing better. No, Giannis has not been super great. Scotty Barnes has been really good. Hartenstein's pretty much doing what we got from Jakob, so whatever. Topic 18, 4, 7.5. Not the best shooting percentage, but a pretty good accounting stat season. Jacoby Walter definitely has stepped up being the starting 2 guard now. Jamal Shead. Everybody's kind of stepped up except for Giannis, which is kind of weird to say, but, 4 points, 3 rebounds on 45% from 3 from Quentin Post. Pretty much exactly what I want. I don't think there's much we can do because we just don't have the money to trade anybody here. I don't really want to trade anybody that's here. Like, maybe we there's just not money. There's just not money to trade anybody. Ben Lawson is like a rookie, so that's the only person I'm going to look at because there's just not much money-wise we can do around the edges, which I feel like I've said 4 times now. So, yeah, Chris Dunn, cool, but that doesn't help us anywhere. I'm just going to hold on. Again, another offseason or another trade deadline, I don't do anything. I feel totally less confident about this team, but we've been to back-to-back finals, so maybe that aura, I feel bad saying that, can just help carry us to one more. Vic MVP, Jamal Hardaway Rookie of the Year, DeJounte Murray 6th Player of the Year, Vic Depoy, Nikola Topic Most Improved, shout out, man. Nikola Jokic, okay. Clutch Player of the Year, Greg Popovich Coach of the Year as well. Raptors, nobody on the first team. Giannis on All-NBA second team. It's just been kind of a downward spiral. I don't know, man. Nobody on the third team. Okay. We end up being the number 1 seed. We hold on. Take on the Knicks for the 3rd year in a row. Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Quincy McGetty. Okay, so they just kind of changed out Josh Hart for somebody a little bit worse. So I know we are a bit worse this year, player-wise, but we still walk through the Knicks because they just can't hold us. I'm sorry about that, Knicks fans. Detroit in the 2nd round. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, Jalen Duren. First time we've seen them in this video. I still feel like we have Giannis, so we're just going to win. We're up 2-1. They tie at 2-2. We go, whoa. We lose 3 straight to go down 3-2. Let's force a Game 7. We lose. I knew this team wasn't going to be as good this year. Vic wins the 2nd ring, but that's a bummer. Well, I appreciate you guys watching this video. We made it to 2 NBA Finals. We made it to the 2nd round in the 3rd year. That was a bad offseason losing Giddey, losing Jakob Poeltl, RJ Barrett, but it's just what happens when you pay a guy $300 million. It is what it is, and you can't manipulate the cap in 2K like you can in real life. It's a bummer. I'm sorry about it, but I hope you guys liked this video. Please go down and hit the like button like I said before. On the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.